All right, so this opportunity, guys, we are specifically talking with the for the role of assistant manager acquisitions with the IDFC First Bank, right? And there are a lot of people who are still joining, so we'll wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll start. Meanwhile, I just wanted to understand that what language you guys are comfortable in, so you guys can just write down in the chat section like Hindi, English, because I only know two languages. So if there's any preferred language, you guys can just convey in the text in the chat, whatever language that you're comfortable in. And along with that, you guys can also mention the location that you guys are coming in from. Okay. We'll wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll start. Okay. All right. Delhi. Location wise, a lot of people are here with Delhi, Bangalore. Language wise, English, Hindi, English. All right, so there are people from a lot of people are here from Delhi. Good, great, great. All right, from Bangalore. Great, great, great. All right, so English is the preferred language because a lot of people are here who've joined it from down south. So we'll uh, you know have this webinar in English majorly, right? And whatever doubts and questions, guys, that you have about the job, about the process, about selection, about salaries, about anything that we are discussing here, we'll have a Q&A round at the end of the webinar, right? So once we are done with the entire webinar, once I'm done, with the presentation that I'll be, showing you guys, once we are done with the presentation, post that we'll have a Q&A. So just keep up with the doubts, write it down somewhere. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. I mean, once we are done with the session, we'll go through it. So I'll be just sharing my screen and we'll be going through the presentation where everything will be told to you about the eligibility criteria, about, how you'll get yourself shortlisted for this role, what is the process, are you eligible for the role or not? And also, a lot of you must be, pressure. So there'll be a lot of questions around whether we should go ahead with banking or not, whether banking is is something which is suitable for us or not. So I have a few years of experience in banking. So I can also suggest you guys and I can just tell you what all perks, what are the pros and cons of working in the banking sector. So I hope my screen is visible to you. So we will start the session, right? So this opportunity, as I mentioned, it is with IDFC First Bank, right? And about the Times Group, guys, you do understand that the Times of India, the newspaper brand, which everybody is aware about, it's we carry a legacy of more than 150-year-old, right? This newspaper brand, Times of India. So Times Group has Times of India as one of the companies. Then TimesPro is also an entity of the Times Group, right? So my point is that you don't have to worry about, where are you going, or is this, a trustworthy, method or a way of, getting a job. So you are in the right hands. You are in the hands of veterans in this industry, right? So don't worry about it, right? And as I mentioned, that Times Group has a lot of other companies as well, like Ghana.com, Filmfare, Zoom. These are all Times, companies. ET Now, that's a TV channel. Times of India newspaper, you already know. And same as these, we have Times Pro. So don't worry that about us. All right, I'll tell you about a little bit about Times Pro, right? We have empowered more than 1,75,000 learners so far. We have more than 500 plus hiring partners currently, and we have fulfilled 95% of our placement commitment. 95%, guys, it's a huge number, right? We have expert trainers. We have trainers from the industry who have worked in the industry and are working with us and are helping people, upskill themselves and then get the job. So our work, guys, Times Pro's work or the Times Group's work is to, onboard you, is to train you and then provide a knowledgeable, a skilled product, a skilled person to the bank, right? That's how we are involved in the entire process, right? So we are a market leader, trusted and most reputed brand, individual assistants, and I mean the training part basically, because as I told you, we are pioneers in employment upskilling. So that is something like a forte for us. And guys, in 2023, we won the Best Employability Award as well. There are multiple awards. This is one of them, right? Now, let's talk about the whole and soul of this webinar, that why you should be looking forward for banking. A lot of young people. Guys, I'll be mentioning in the middle of this that you can see a QR code, which is at the bottom right corner of my screen, which I'm sharing. So you guys can see a QR code, right? Which says just below that it says scan and upload resume. So I would request everybody who are there in the session, it is mandatory to scan this QR code and upload your resume, right? So that we can reach out to you, we can understand your eligibility criteria and other things, right? So please make sure that you do so. Okay. Now let's talk about banking, guys. Why banking is a sector which you should go, or maybe which you should not go. So I will suggest you that you go to a sector, you start your career in a sector where there are a lot of employers. The more the employers, it is easier for you to get a job, right? So in India, there are currently 1,33,000 bank branches. 1 lakh. Imagine a company which has more than 1,33,000 offices in the country. So obviously the chances of you getting a job are higher. So it's a huge industry, right? There are different PSU, foreign cooperative banks, right? And apart from this, guys, this sector is known as BFSI sector. Banking, financial securities, and investments. So insurance is also part of banking. Everybody knows about it, and most of the working professionals, I will say 100% of the working professional look out for insurance, either health insurance or term insurance or car insurance, or there are multiple other options and insurances which are there. So you can go ahead and understand this thing very clearly, that you have tons and tons of employers in the market who are willing to hire you, right? There are 10,000 plus NBFC branches which are currently operating in India. NBFCs are non-banking financial corporations. So these are basically small scale banks, you can say. Not a bank, but a company who does, banking activities, financial activities, right? There are a lot of applications that you guys download on your phone and then lend money from them, like you have Spice, Navi, and all those, right? So all those applications are considered as NBFC. So you do have an opportunity to get hired in those Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, and all these NBFCs. Okay. India is all set to become the third largest domestic banking sector in 2050. So you do understand we are one of the largest economies in the world, and you do understand an economy is a word which I can say which resonates with banking. So banking is going nowhere, guys. It is one of the most secure sectors that you can build your careers in, right? And IDFC is one of the top banks. I was just talking about IDFC, so here we are. So IDFC Bank is a dynamic Indian private sector bank headquartered in Mumbai, known for its commitment to ethical banking, digital innovation, and financial inclusion. Established in 2015, the bank has rapidly expanded its footprint across the country. In 2025, the bank was listed in Forbes World's Best Bank, ranking 13th in India. Great. In 2025, this year itself, the bank was recognized as the Best Private Sector Bank Award. In 2023, the bank wins the prestigious Golden Peacock Award, right? Customer base, we are delivering more than 38 million folks across India. 38 million, guys. That's a huge number, right? That's why it's one of the biggest banks, one of the biggest private sector banks in India. We cover more than 60,000 plus cities, villages, and towns. 60,000 cities we are covering. Great. Bank branch network is more than 1,000 branches across India, and we have more than 41,000 employees who are currently working with us. Right, that's huge. Again, the products that we are dealing with, another thing, guys, that a lot of people, a lot of you young folks understand that banking is just about loans, credit cards, saving account, demat account, and all these 4 5 basic things. But banking has huge utilities and different sectors and aspects involved. You understand microfinance is a different sector altogether. We have working capital, term loans are there. Then there is MSME services, SIPs, mutual fund investing, multiple things which are involved in with IDFC. So banking is not just limited to these few things, right? Now let's talk about the role that you will be offered in case if you get, shortlisted post the interview process. So guys, you'll become an associate manager, right? And this manager designation, people takes years and years to, get to a manager position, but it's really lucky for you guys that you on your starting, position, you'll be an associate manager, and your department will be acquisitions household, right? Now, what will be the responsibilities and the qualities, more importantly, which we are seeking for this role? So, customer acquisition is one of your KRAs, key responsibility areas. So, identifying and acquiring new customers, especially for savings and current accounts, regularly conducting activities in the catchment to acquire good quality HNI customers and build a strong visibility for IDFC First Bank. So you'll have to understand where is banking needed. You'll have to go and talk to people. You'll have to prospect different villages, cities, and places to understand where we can, use a product of an IDFC bank to help people solve their problems. So customer acquisitions is one of the priority qualities that this role will have. Sales and relationship building, pitching banking products, explaining benefits, building long-term relationship with customers, of course. Banking, I'll give you one very small example. Everybody who's there on the call, your parents, right, your father and your mother, they have been mostly, I'm not sure about 100%, mine are, but mostly your parents have a bank account in a couple of 2 3 banks, right? And they have a couple of people that they trust. So they'll be like, you can call, if there's some work of bank that they are giving you, so they'll say that go and meet this person, and you have heard this name multiple times from them over the years, right? So banking, is about customer relations. You'll have to understand that once you build relations with people, it becomes, easier. The job becomes easier. So customer relationship building is at par. This is something that is one of the priority qualities and requirements for this role. Compliance and SOPs, of course, because you do understand that prospecting and banking is something that your primary work will be. So you need to follow a lot of SOPs and compliance and ensuring adherence to sales compliance, of course, and standard operating procedure. So you learn a lot of things about the operational tasks will be there, how to do KYC, how to open the bank account, what are the different requirement criterias, eligibility criterias for a person or an organization to start banking with IDFC. Feedback and reporting, of course, because you'll be reporting to a manager or a higher management. So providing feedback to senior management on customer requirements and opportunities is, of course, one of your KRAs. Then you have digital onboarding. Guys, this is an age of AI. Everybody will agree to this. So every company, be it banking, be it any sector, all the banks, all the companies, industries are moving towards digital innovation, right? So you'll have to educate people from a lesser, educated background or a lesser forward background on how to, improve their banking involving digital sales and digital things, right? So another thing at the end, we have market analysis, monitor market trends and competitor to design smart sales strategies using research and other things, right? So this is a roadmap. Guys, understand this thing very clearly because this is how your career will look like. in case, again, if you get selected. So you start your position from associate manager acquisitions, right? After a year or two, you'll be promoted to deputy manager acquisitions, correct? And after a span of 1 or 2 more years, you will become manager. So from associate manager to a deputy manager, and then to a manager. Okay. Post working as a manager for 2 3 years, then you'll be promoted as an associate relationship manager, or you can say senior sales manager, right? So this is, and understand guys, at every stage there is huge hike involved. This is promotion, this is not hike are irrelevant of your promotion. So these are promotions which are there, these are positions which you'll attain, from associate manager to a deputy manager to a manager, then to a senior manager, and then to a relationship manager, RM, which we say, right? And once you work for RM, then you will be the branch manager of the entire branch, and you'll be earning lakhs worth of salary. You'll be drawing lakhs worth of salary every month after becoming a branch manager. So this is your roadmap. You can take a screenshot, you can remember this, because this is how your career will look like in the coming 6 to 8 years, right? And just be positive, guys, and just put your energy, use your skill set, and you nothing is going to stop you from achieving success, right? So, guys, let's now talk about the eligibility of this role. So, we need 50% in 10th, 12th, and graduation. There is no compromise on that part. So, we need you to, have scored at least 50% in your 10th grade, 50% in your 12th grade, and at least 50% in your graduation, right? Age criteria is less than 26 years. So if you have completed 26 years, that means you are not eligible for this role. If you less than 26 years, you are good to go. If you're 25 years and maybe 9 months, 10 months, you are good to go. But if you've completed 26 years, we apologize. We have to provide a different opportunity for you in that case. Skills which we require is, as I mentioned before, I'm reiterating myself again. We need exceptional good communication skills, right? We need strong influencing abilities. That means we need people who can sell, who know how to do sales. There's a simple question, sell me this pen. And I can assure you 90% of the people will fail to sell a pen, because at that point of time people get confused. So it's such a simple task to do. You just create a need for the pen and then sell it. Yeah, just believe in yourself, have some confidence, and go ahead. It's a simple thing. So we need confidence, and we need the good com skills is two things which are the primary requirements for this role. Salary, the most important question everybody is waiting here for. So salary will be 4 LPA. That is your fixed component, guys. So this is something that you will receive, right? That's the fixed component. Every month you'll receive this amount of salary, which is approximately, I think, 34,000 rupees a month. Plus you have incentives. Of course, I have seen people at a very young age at a position of associate manager who are earning twice their salary. I mean, they really don't look at their salaries. They just achieve their targets. They just go ahead and achieve what they are told, you know, and they are earning twice what they are being paid for, salary. So there is no cape on incentives, and you can earn as much as you want based on your performance, of course. And another thing, guys, this will, also clear a lot of thoughts for people. You are not working on a third party payroll. You are not working. You are working on the payroll of IDFC First Bank directly. And hence, you will get benefits of working with IDFC, benefits of working with a international organization such as IDFC, PF, provisionary fund. You'll get good amount of savings through PF. Gratuity you'll have once you complete certain period of time with the bank. Mediclaim, insurance. So you are medically insured, as well as you have your insurance as well. So guys, these benefits no company gives. Like if you're working in a good organization, right, authentic organization, only then you get these things. So you are getting all these things, right? So that's a huge thing. That's a permanent bank payroll, which I told you, you will be in the payroll of IDFC. So you'll get the salaries and salary slips and everything directly from IDFC. No third parties involved in this. Okay. Apart from this, you are willing, requirement is that you should be willing to travel locally for sales and client relationship building, which I already told you. And the locations where you can find jobs are anywhere in Mumbai, New Delhi, Bangalore, and Chennai. Based on the requirement, we'll let you know what position inside of Delhi or Mumbai. But these are the four places: Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. Okay, now let's talk about the selection process. So guys, first of all, we'll check your eligibility. And when I say eligibility, that means we'll be checking whether you are under 26 and whether you have scored all the three eligibility percentage criterias, which is 50% in 10th, 50% in 12th, and then 50% in graduation. If you are eligible, you'll have to go through an online aptitude test, which will be held online. Digitally, it will be a test, right? And you'll have to pay 500 rupees while before giving the test. This is a refundable 500 rupees, which you'll get even if you get selected or rejected, doesn't matter. You just appear for the interview rounds and you'll get this 500 rupees back. That's just a processing fee, you can say, which will be refunded back to you. So it's not even a fee, right? So it's that. And once you're done with your aptitude test, guys, you'll have to go through a virtual interview. So this will be happening on a virtual digital platform, video conferencing platform such as Zoom or others, where you'll be asked about questions about yourself. They'll be checking your confidence, how good are you with sales, how good are you with English, and how are your communication skills. This will be a virtual test, so you're not supposed to go anywhere. At your home, at your comfortable position, you can open up your laptop or phone and you can give your interview through that. Same goes for the test, right? Now, once the test is done, then you have your virtual interview. Once you clear the virtual interview, then you are supposed to go to the IDFC First Bank for the business round or the final round of the process, wherein you will be visiting the bank branch. You'll be questioned there. You'll be interviewed there, and in case if you get shortlisted, voila, congratulations, you're selected and you get your letter of intent or the offer letter from IDFC First Bank, right? Post that, you pay your training fee, right? And then you'll have your 75. I'm repeating myself again. The training which will happen, it'll be for 75 days, right? So 2 months, there'll be a physical classroom training, right? And also, guys, once you are done with this 75 days of training, and during the process also, during these 75 days of training, you will be earning money. So right now your training is going on. You are not on, right now you have completed your training. Right now you're not working for the bank, but during the training also, IDFC is going to pay you. So 2 months of physical classroom training will be there. Every month you'll get 5,000 rupees. So for initial 2 months, you'll get 10,000 rupees, 5,000 each month. And after completing these 2 months of physical classroom training, then for the next 15 days, you'll be on job training inside the bank branch, where you'll be learning from the experts how to work. And for these 15 days, you'll be compensated 10,000 rupees additionally. So 5,000, 5,000, and then 10,000. Overall, you'll get 20,000 rupees worth of stipend for these 75 days of training. I hope I'm clear on that. If not, we'll have a Q&A at the end where you can discuss more on that. Once you're done with these 75 days of training, congratulations, your salary day is here. The day when your salary will start counting. Your first day of the bank will be there. Once you're done with these 75 days of training, and then after 30 days, as the process is, you'll get your salary, right? Guys, this is extremely important. I would want everyone in the session to have a very clear look at this and maybe take a screenshot or maybe can go through it separately. This is how your LOI or letter of intent will look like. This is the offer letter from IDFC, right? It says in the first page, it says the date, your name, your email, everything, your organizational values, growth, everything is mentioned. In the second page, your salary, your training days and your stipend and everything is mentioned, right? All the important things are mentioned. And in the LOI itself, your fixed CTC is also mentioned. You can see in the third page, 4 lakh rupees per year. It's very clearly visible there, right? So this is how what you guys do understand. Once you are done with the aptitude test, post that you will go through the virtual interview. After the virtual interview, you do your physical interview where you physically go to the the bank and you complete your last round, which is the business round. And once you are done with all these three things, then you get your LOI. This is how the LOI will look like. Okay. And these are a few of the pictures of people who have joined recently the batches, the previous batches of First Leap IDFC Bank. You can see in the pictures. These are the training pictures of people, right? Uh, this is the stipend which I was saying, right? 2 months of duration, 5,000 each month. So 10,000 for 2 months. And then 15 for the 15 days where you'll be going on job training in the bank, you'll get 10,000. So overall for 75 days, you are earning 20,000 while you are being trained. This is not even salary. This is just a stipend. Okay. Salary, I'd already told you 4 lakh per annum plus attractive incentives. Of course, you'll get a certificate, earn a industry recognized banking certificate from Bennett University. So that is about it. The training fee is 75,000 plus taxes. Now, very, very important thing, guys, this amount of 75,000 will be refunded back to you after 1 year of successful completion with the bank. So once you are done with 1 year of employment with the bank, the 75,000 will be refunded back to you. Okay. I hope I'm clear on that. Okay, so this is how the structure looks like of the training section, the content and syllabus. So you have your foundation of banking, your core of banking 2, then you have your communication and impact. You can take a screenshot of this to understand what all you will be going through in the training. Okay. The QR code, which was there always, I'm still keeping that QR code. And this is my number, guys, 99824981141. You can drop a WhatsApp message here if there is any query regarding it, and my team will give you a call. I would request in each and everybody who's there in the webinar to kindly scan this QR code and upload your resumes as soon as possible so that my team can give you a call back and you can get yourself started for the selection process. You can give your test, you can go through the interview and everything, right? So I would request each and everybody here in the webinar to just scan this QR code. Also in the chat section, there is a link which we have shared, and you can click on the link as well, and you can upload your resumes there also. There's a message in the chat section which says, hello all, upload your updated CV on the link below. If your CV gets shortlisted, we'll contact you back. This is how it says. This is what it says, right? So just I request you, everybody who's there on the call, to just go through uh, this link and upload your CVs, because guys, without the CVs it will be impossible for us to you know reach out to you and understand your eligibility criteria and other things. Guys, I would request, so we'll start with the Q&A session now, right? And if you have any questions, any doubts, anything in your mind, you guys can ask. You can drop your question in the chat section. All right, so I think, okay, is the 75,000 amount is only if we get selected? Yes, once you are selected in all the three rounds, right? And post completion of the selection process, if you get shortlisted and you get your LOI, which I showed you guys, once you get the LOI, post that you'll have to pay the 75,000, and you have options of paying that in partial way also. We have a EMI process also. So don't worry on that part. And guys, this is the amount which will be refunded to you after a year. So don't worry on that part. Okay. Next question, please. All right. I guess people don't have any questions. I hope I'm then in that case. Okay, so which location conduct the walk-in interview? All the four locations, Jagdish. We have four locations in Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai, and Mumbai, of course. Which location conducts the walk-in interview? We have already answered that. Is there any vacancy in Rajasthan? I apologize if you are from Rajasthan, Mohit. I would suggest you to travel or maybe look out for Delhi as a location because it's close. The installment will start after placing, right? Yes. Okay. All right, guys, I think we are done with the whole thing. And I would suggest again everyone to upload your resumes because that's mandatory. Without that, we'll not be able to reach out to you. So I wish you best of luck, each and everybody. And we are looking for more and more candidates because right now IDFC has a huge requirement. But again, it's on the basis of first come, first serve. So I'm requesting you, everyone here, to upload your resumes, and I wish you best of luck to each and everybody. Okay, take care, guys. Have a good evening, and I wish you best of luck once again. Have a great day. Take care.